How much does the US president earn? What are the standards for the president's food, housing, and transportation? What secrets are hidden inside the White House? And does there really exist a legendary presidential scroll containing all the world's secrets? Hello, everyone. Welcome to the World in 10 Minutes series, and today we're going to talk about the US president. A few days ago, the US presidential election concluded, with Donald Trump defeating Harris to become the 47th president of the United States. Every US election brings intense political battles between opposing parties, and behind the scenes, powerful financial groups pull the strings in ways that are not always visible. But historically, being president of the United States is actually a high-risk profession. So far, 9 US presidents have been assassinated or targeted in assassination attempts. Yet, despite the high level of danger, countless politicians fight tooth and nail to become president. Why? Because the President of the United States enjoys an extraordinary number of privileges. How much does the US president earn? Let's start with what everyone wants to know first. How much does the president get paid? According to Title III of the US Code, the president's base salary is $400,000 per year. At the current exchange rate, that's around 2.84 million RMB per year. This means the president earns approximately 236,000 yen per month, or about 7,780 yen per day. In most countries, this would make the president a multi-millionaire level executive. But that's just the base salary. In addition, the president receives a $50,000 annual expense account, a $100,000 tax-free travel allowance, a $19,000 entertainment budget. When everything is combined, the US president's total annual earnings reach approximately 4.03 million RMB. To put this into perspective, if the president wanted to, he could buy a brand new iPhone every single day. What happens after retirement? Even after leaving office, former presidents still receive benefits. In 2016, Jimmy Carter, George Bush Sr., George W. Bush, and Bill Clinton each received $205,700 per year in presidential pensions. By 2017, Barack Obama also became eligible for this $207,800 annual pension. Although this retirement fund is fixed, former presidents can still apply for additional funds from Congress. These funds can be used for hiring staff, maintaining office space, and other expenses. What's it like living in the White House? Since 1972, Congress has required that once elected, the president must live in the White House. This rule was mainly implemented to ensure the president's safety. The White House itself is a massive 6-story mansion with 132 rooms in total. Beyond the expected offices, meeting rooms, and reception halls, the White House also includes a bowling alley, a chocolate shop, a gym, a tennis court, a swimming pool. And depending on who the president is, certain rooms can be customized during their term. One unique perk for new presidents: each incoming president and their family receives $100,000 in funding to renovate or redecorate the White House. Essentially, they get a budget to redecorate their new home however they see fit. The purpose of this is to make the new president feel more at home while working in the White House. Back in the day, before the Obama couple moved into the White House, they spent $1.5 million on renovations, all out of their own pocket, without using the $100,000 provided by Congress. Trump, on the other hand, was even more extravagant. It is said that during his first term, he spent $1.75 million just on furniture purchases. Whether this money came from his own pocket or not, the White House never disclosed it, so no one really knows. The president's daily life takes place entirely in the White House, which has nearly 100 staff members responsible for maintenance and operations. This includes nannies, plumbers, gardeners, chefs, and many other roles. All of these staff members are managed by a chief butler who ensures that everything runs smoothly. Just the annual maintenance of the White House costs nearly $4 million. At this point, some may ask, doesn't the president's salary only amount to 4 million yuan? How can they even afford White House maintenance? The answer is, this isn't an issue at all. The president and their family do not need to pay for White House upkeep. While living in the White House comes with many benefits, the president does have some personal expenses. For example, the First Lady needs a stylist to maintain her image every morning. This expense goes to her personal bill. Basic necessities like toothpaste and toothbrushes are also paid for personally. Holiday gatherings like Thanksgiving dinners and birthday celebrations are also included in the president's personal expenses. At the end of the year, the chief butler presents these bills to the president for payment. This system has been in place for over 200 years, ensuring that public and private finances remain separate. Despite these personal expenses, the president still enjoys many privileges, including no rent, no water and electricity bills, no salary payments for chefs, no cost for medical care, transportation, communication, or security, all covered by the government. For long-distance travel, the president typically flies on the customized Boeing 747-200B, known as Air Force One. This aircraft is highly advanced, measuring 70.4 meters long with over 4,000 square feet of space. It can reach speeds of 1,000 kilometers per hour and is equipped with a medical operating room, the president's private living quarters, space for 100 people to work on board. Beyond standard aircraft features, Air Force One is packed with top-tier technology, including pulse-frequency radio communication systems, anti-interference radar, anti-ground-to-air missile systems. Essentially, all the world's most advanced security technology is concentrated in this one aircraft. This is also to ensure that Air Force One can safely escape in the event of any attacks. What's even more remarkable is that Air Force One never flies alone. Whenever it takes off, the military always dispatches fighter jets for escort. These escort fighters have orders that, if necessary, include sacrificing themselves in a collision to protect Air Force One at all costs. However, such top-tier aircraft configurations come at a hefty price. According to CNN, the operating cost of Air Force One is about $200,000 per hour. At this rate, it's clear that the president's salary alone wouldn't even begin to cover these expenses. If the president needs to travel short distances, there's another option: Marine One, a dedicated presidential helicopter. In fact, the president flies on Marine One more frequently than on Air Force One. A typical presidential trip follows this process. 1. Board Marine One to travel from the White House to Andrews Air Force Base. 2. Transfer to Air Force One at the base for long-distance travel worldwide. Marine One is a massive helicopter, equipped with Checkmark 14 seats. For comfort, Checkmark missile defense systems. Checkmark armor protection for security. For travel within Washington, D.C., the president usually rides in a limousine known as the Beast. This custom Cadillac limousine is built for absolute security. Length, 5.48 meters. Height, 1.78 meters. Weight, nearly 7 tons. Windows, 15 centimeters thick bulletproof glass. Unless it's a weapon of mass destruction, nothing can seriously damage this car. Oxygen supply system, protects against chemical attacks. Reinforced fuel tank, explosion-proof design, electromagnetic disruptor, can disable all nearby electronic devices within 100 meters. It's almost like something out of Fast and Furious 8, a high-tech armored fortress on wheels. Beyond salary, benefits, and travel, the most powerful privilege of the U.S. president is the right to know everything. The United States has the most powerful intelligence network in the world, with over 17 intelligence agencies, including CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, DIA, Defense Intelligence Agency, NSA, National Security Agency, NRO, National Reconnaissance Office. Each agency does not share information with others. Instead, all 17 report directly to the Director of National Intelligence, who then briefs the president. So, if you want to know all the secrets of the world, there are only 2 ways. 1. Become the President of the United States. 2. Become the Director of National Intelligence. The urban legend of the President's Secret Book. There's also a famous urban legend in the US, the President's Secret Book. This book is said to contain the answers to the world's biggest mysteries, including Area 51, the Apollo moon landing, the Watergate scandal, the Roswell UFO incident. According to the legend, every US president contributes to the book, adding secret knowledge from their time in office. Does this book really exist? There are different opinions, but an interview with Obama once raised suspicions. A journalist once asked him, "Mr. President, does the book really exist? Can I take a look?" Obama jokingly replied, "I could show it to you, but then I'd have to kill you." He used humor to avoid the question, but many Americans believe the book is real. The movie National Treasure, 2 starring Nicolas Cage, is based on this legend. If you're interested, you can check it out. As for me, I firmly believe that the President's Secret Book exists. However, with Biden and Trump both taking office in recent years, I can't help but worry about the quality of its content. After all, who can guarantee that these 2 elderly gentlemen have written anything reliable?